Expansive hiking and biking paths and more than 9,000 acres of green space make it easy for Babcock Ranch residents to immerse themselves in nature. It's a legacy that will be passed down for generations if we all do our part. Respect for the environment is fundamental to sustainability, and it's not just about picking up after yourself or others when you're out on the trails. In this episode of Sustainability 101, we're going to look at what it really means to leave no trace. Babcock Ranch Environmental Mitigation Manager Christina Contos manages a total of 13,000 acres in and around Babcock Ranch to improve ecological function and wildlife habitat. Invasive species, both plants and animals, pose the greatest threat. The berms created between the preserves and all neighboring homes are an important first line of defense.
On the back of that berm, we have to have native planting. So we have a natural buffer or barrier with that berm, and that native barrier goes right up against the preserve.
That natural buffer is defeated when organic waste is dumped into preserve areas. Contos says many residents don't realize the harm of disposing of their yard clippings into preserve areas.
Those clippings could actually be an exotic species. There's like the snake plants, and they are actually very invasive, and a lot of people do use them in their yards. And if you throw them into the preserve, they can actually take over.
Food waste has the added hazard of attracting unwanted visitors like feral hogs.
It's just a perfect example of, when you feed wildlife intentionally or not intentionally, you can actually see that there's going to be a domino effect as to how nature is going to respond to that.
Contos says it takes everyone working together to sustainably coexist with the surrounding wildlands and wildlife.
If you're walking the trails, if you see litter, go ahead and pick it up. We're all part of this community, so we all have a responsibility towards that sustainability and keeping those non-native exotic species out from a preserve.